And welcome back to News Channel 3 Live at 11. I'm Andy Dominiani.
And I'm Erica Mokay. A downtown Kalamazoo wedding venue is hit with more than a dozen lawsuits. The owner is accused of refusing to refund deposits for weddings canceled because of COVID-19 restrictions.
Yeah, he has denied any wrongdoing and says he is trying to work with the couples. One couple tells us they're out tens of thousands of dollars and their dream wedding, which never happened.
News Channel 3's investigative reporter Mike Kravsik has the story tonight. He is uncovering details in those court documents and a couple's nearly 2-year-long battle with this venue.
These are some of the 14 lawsuits I found filed against the owner of Loft 310 in downtown Kalamazoo. All of the couples who took legal action say they put money down to book the venue, then their weddings got canceled. They say the venue's owner, Ryan Reedy, refused to give their money back. The Michigan Attorney General's office says it's investigating one complaint related to the venue. The AG's office says they received 73 other refund complaints tied to wedding venues across the state. They expected the wedding of a lifetime.
It was all ripped away. It was very just emotionally draining.
Down the drain. That's where Kristen and Bryant Powers say the $24,000 went that they put down to book the Loft 310 for their August 2020 wedding in Kalamazoo.
It's essentially
a down payment on a house.
The governor's then executive orders banned large gatherings to prevent the spread of COVID-19, restrictions that have also left wedding venues across the country scrambling to recoup costs. According to their lawsuit, the Powers say they were told they wouldn't get a refund, but could reschedule for full credit on a non-peak day.
We paid for a prime summer day, and they basically came back and said, no, you cannot reschedule for a prime summer day. It has to be during the winter.
Couple says they were planning to reschedule for March 2021. They say communication started to break down as COVID restrictions remained in place.
Because they wouldn't answer our phone calls anymore, saying due to ongoing litigations, everything has to be done through email. And that's when we decided to get a lawyer.
Loft 310 owner Ryan Reedy declined to talk to us on camera, but has denied the allegations in the couple's lawsuit, which accuses him of breaching their wedding contract. In a statement, Reedy tells us all clients agreed to non-refundable contracts with non-reversible payments.
We've invested tens and thousands of dollars, and we have nothing to show for it. There was no ability to have the event. So the return of the money could have been as simple as that.
Attorney Philip Hamilton is representing the Powers and a second couple who settled out of court with Reedy.
This is certainly a pattern of conduct, and particularly for the number and the level of cases that involves.
In lawsuit after lawsuit, Reedy allegedly informed couples he wouldn't provide refunds or respond to their arbitration requests after they canceled weddings that couldn't be held during the pandemic. Some of those couples cite in court documents allegations Reedy threatened to sue them in return.
They've tried to dictate the rules all along. And when the rules don't favor them, they just try to unilaterally change them.
The Powers lawsuit also alleges Reedy stole their deposit to pay for his business operations unrelated to their wedding and reception. Reedy tells us 70% of administrative and facility costs happened more than a year before the event day. Reedy says despite losing 95% of his revenue over 16 months, his venue has offered to reschedule all events.
They came out and said, well, it went to what you paid for. I'm like, I didn't have any servers. I didn't have any food. We paid for a full bar. We didn't get a full bar.
Court records show that 6 of the lawsuits were dismissed, which means they were either thrown out, settled, or sent to arbitration. At least 2 other cases have been settled out of court.
Parties should go forward with the arbitration.
The court has ordered Reedy to pay a total of $150,000 in arbitration awards to 5 couples, according to Kalamazoo County Court records. The Powers are taking their case to trial, hoping to find peace of mind.
You have this person kind of pushing at you from every angle, just taking all the emotional, just putting a whole bunch of drag on you, and you just can't even look forward to a day that you really were looking forward to.
The couple did end up getting married in 2021, but at a different, smaller venue and with more debt than expected.
A wedding is something you look forward to, and you're so excited to plan the next part of your life together. Who wants to start off a marriage with a lawyer?
Reedy says Loft 310 has been closed since March 2020 in order to focus on rebooking events and the ongoing litigation. The venue is located within his entertainment district in downtown Kalamazoo. His plans to reopen the former Monaco Bay Piano Bar as a sports bar in 2019 never materialized, and his nightclub Wild Bull has remained closed since 2020.
Joining us here on News Channel 3 Live at 6, I'm Andy Dominiani.
And I'm Erica Moke. COVID-19 cases are on the rise. State data shows the number of infections is surging once again.
Yeah, sure is. The daily case rate has risen every day now for 8 days in a row. News Channel 3's Mike Kravsig is joining us live at the Kalamazoo County Health Department to explain, Mike, where the blame is being placed for this recent increase.
Yeah, Erica and Andy, a look at the numbers show the age group of 25 to 45-year-olds are seeing the highest increase of these new cases. Smaller but noticeable increases in 15 to 19-year-olds. Health officials say it's all tied to the highly contagious spinoff of the Omicron variant, the BA.1.2. In Kalamazoo County, state data shows 80 new daily cases were detected, the highest single-day total since February. County Health Officer Jim Rutherford says the BA.2 variant is a cause for the increase.
We're hopeful that that's just a small blip and that we're not headed, sideways.
The highly contagious variant is tied to more than 1/3 in new COVID-19 cases nationwide last week.
Predominantly in the 25 to 45-year-old population.
Since last Monday, more than 100 Kalamazoo public school students have tested positive for COVID-19. The district superintendent says a high school prom held off campus with no mask mandate turned into a super spreader.
Unfortunately, it ended up being a super spreader event, causing multiple seniors to get sick, miss school, which impacted their academics this close to the finish line.
Masks were not required, something the superintendent pointed out.
Last year, prom was masked, and we did not have outbreaks.
Minutes later, the school board voted to make masks optional inside KPS school buildings starting May 30th.
It will take us through the end of the school year for seniors.
And starting Monday, Kalamazoo Public School students won't have to wear masks outdoors. State data shows outbreaks at school districts in Allegan, Calhoun, Kent, and Kalamazoo counties.
I'm hopeful again that we're towards the tail end of this.
The statewide 7-day average of new cases statewide shows that it's gone up more than 30% in the last week. Right now, community transmission levels are considered low in every county across West Michigan.